A wise man once said, "Men care about a woman's past while women care about a man's future." Believe it or not, modern women can't even accept this, even though they're the ones picking and choosing the best men at the finish line. A man's circumstances and excuses don't matter, but women think they can get away with whatever they've done, including the number of men they had intimacy with in the past. The reasons why many men hide their preferences and desires are numerous, but in reality, the vast majority of men are not attracted to a woman with an extensive sexual past for this: social pressure. Voicing out what they want is something society's overlords don't want at all, so the push for women's irresponsibility is so hard that it ain't stopping anytime soon. However, here's what women do when asked why men care about a woman's body count.
Your body count absolutely matters to a man that's going to want to take you seriously in the future.
Does it goes on the birth certificate or something?
You're trying to say it doesn't matter?
Like, I don't know.
Hold on, let her answer. Do you think it matters or not?
If I'm marrying someone or if I'm gonna be with someone, I'm going in with it for the future, not looking like everybody has a past. And
I don't care what you want. Does it matter to the man?
Maybe, but how do you verify that? You don't have an Instagram check or like that.
Hold on. Why is it that you didn't want to say it?
I just don't feel like it, and like.
You don't feel like
it?
I'll tell you why you don't feel like it. Because you know that if you disclose your body count, it's going to hurt your ability to potentially find a man later.
As you can see, moral gymnastics are real, and women think they can get away with whatever they say. In today's video, we're delving into why modern women do whatever they want and still think they deserve the man of their dreams, why increasingly more men are speaking up against this stupidity, and most importantly, the severe consequences for women who ride the carousel. Stick around because I'm sure you're going to love this one. But before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to J1 for the consistent comments. He said, "Women don't understand. There's no challenge anymore. They have so many red flags, such abrasive attitudes, and appearance-wise, if you can't take her to a corporate mixer, why would you introduce her to your family? She's only going to be around for 2 to 3 weeks, maybe. Single isn't always fun, but the stress is less." Right on the mark. By the way, guys, we've just hit 40,000 subscribers. Man, that is crazy, and we're so happy to keep you guys not only entertained, but also informed about the current state of the dating scene. You guys are incredible, and without you, this project wouldn't even be possible. So again, thank you so much. Please don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5 for that comment of the day. As usual, guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. And now, back to the video.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow.
Let's stop for a moment to see what men have to do just to get the chance of getting hot girls. This is crazy. Game, social skills, money, a six-pack, being tall, and even having 6 inches of dick, if not more. I mean, can't get more damning than that. And this is nothing but a subset of all the requirements. Women love bragging about how selective they are, and they feel like they're queens on a throne waiting for men to kneel before them, just because they have a certain pair of chromosomes. Society has convinced men to think that women in and of themselves are some sort of prize no matter what. So, if a woman is fat, no, she's not. She's curvy, and society has to affirm that she's beautiful as she is. If a woman is broke, no problem. Probably she's been abused by her husband, and everyone has to have compassion for her, even if she's really bad with money. And you guessed it, if a woman has a high body count, she's just discovering herself. She's getting to know herself because, oh my god, waiting for marriage is torture, and the man she'd marry will probably not be the best she can get. Yeah. The narrative of women being oppressed by their husbands and arranged marriages have made women think that marrying before losing their chastity and virginity is wrong. As a consequence, we've gone to the complete opposite extreme, where women are free to explore multiple men as an excuse for self-discovery.
What is the longest you've gone without having sex?
A month.
Allahu Akbar! She's ran through. Eyelashes. She hasn't got a month without sex. She's fucking ran through. And she doesn't realize, like, and they all think the same thing. They all going through their whole phase and they think it's empowering. But no. You're just gonna be unwifeable. Sorry, women. The more dicks you take, the less sense you make. The more dicks you take, the more insane you become.
99.9% of people should explore their whole phase. My aunt told me, trust me, you're not gonna marry that guy. And my baby daddy, you should go be a hoe. She was like, you have to go to black school because you're around too many white people and you have to go hoe it up. And that's what I did. And I'm happy I got permission. I mean, I would have probably done it either way, but
there's healing in the hoeing. We talk about that in the book. We even had a merch that said, heal first, hoe later.
I didn't have an adult hoe phase. I had a child so young and then I got married. College was my hoe phase.
Freshman to junior year.
those 3 years were strong.
And then you planned a baby.
I'm retiring. It wasn't long enough, my hoe phase.
Some just never get the hoe phase at all. What do?
Act like a hoe for your husband. Maybe go to the club and let someone like fill on your booty and then leave.
This is the remedy.
These are your options.
Maybe make out. I don't know.
Don't tell your husband because that's what a real hoe does.
Don't have sex though. It's not going to be worth it.
Don't have sex because it's not going to be worth it, she said. Yeah, probably she took so many dicks that men can feel her hoe attitude from a mile away. What women don't understand is that sleeping around is not empowering. It's just disgusting, and most importantly, for a man, an evident sign of no sexual discipline at all. That's the real deal for men. If you, as a man, feel like your woman does not belong to you because her ass is all over the internet and she's got a whole waiting list of dudes and even exes, the last thing you'll want to do is to take her to the altar and have kids with her. Those kids might not even be yours anyway. The more bodies a woman has, the less wifeable she is. And as you know, on this channel, we don't make the rules, we just state them. Nature is nature, but these women go against it with all their narratives of female empowerment and the how great is having a hoe phase and, hot girl summer type of thing. I came across an article titled, I asked my guy friends, why do men care about a woman's body count? That tries to justify that men's promiscuity is bad too. Yeah, you know how it goes. Every bad thing a woman does is fine, but when she's exposed, all she's got to say is that men do that too. What a clown world. Let's check the article. Although we don't write about our sexual history in our dating profiles, it's undoubtedly a quality that many people care about when seeking a long-term relationship. It has the power to influence the size of our individual dating markets and rule us out as a potential suitor for many singletons. You see, this is interesting. If you've ever used a dating app, you know that most women out there sugarcoat their hoe phases by saying that they've already had their fun and all they want is a man who will accept them as they are. Translation, they've been ran through. They had, or still even have, tons of bad habits like smoking and drinking, but they want a man who will understand them and accept them. Honestly, I don't feel any sympathy for them if all they get is a bunch of thirsty dudes who pretend to give an F about them just to get in their pants. That's the only thing these women will ever get for the most part, and most men are not willing to take a hoe or former hoe and make her a housewife, which is an impossible task. Let's keep reading. Often, men with a high number of sexual partners will look for a woman with a low body count when settling down. They don't feel their number matters, and only a woman's does. It's a sexual double standard that has prevailed despite feminism's best efforts to eradicate it. To determine why men care, I asked my guy friends if a woman's sexual history affected their interest in a woman, and if it did not, why. Here we explore the top 4 reasons why men care about a woman's body count, as well as if there's any validity behind their claims. Of course, as you know, there is a lot of validity, and it's not because men make the rules. Nature does, and even women themselves. Firstly, the author, which is a woman by the name of Rebecca Hope, tries to point out that men with a high number of sexual partners will look for a woman with a low body count when settling down. Well, is there anything wrong with that? Well, it's just a preference. Why are we even talking about this in the first place? Oh, I see. It's because it's a male preference, so it's some sort of discrimination. Irony aside, here's the deal. Men know that they have to tick a whole lot of boxes to get and keep a woman around. The moment he fails to provide some sort of security and even experiences, he's discarded and replaced immediately, and obviously, this also includes sex. If a man is not good enough in bed, the woman is free to ghost him and even mock him in front of her friends. That's why many men decide to sleep around, become womanizers and whatnot. Women, though, will move out in search of bigger and better deals and not husband material types of men.
This is the truth about ghosting. I need to make this video because whether it's like a romantic person you're interested in or a friend that ghosts you, we need to talk about what this really means. It hurts so bad when you're putting your effort into somebody and they don't even give you a reason as to why they stopped talking to you. And I get that you're probably confused and you probably are like, what? Why did this person ghost me? But the truth is, if someone is making an effort to not be in your life anymore, you need to take that, as hard of a pill as that is to swallow. You need to realize that that is their problem and not yours. Because you're doing everything you can to save this relationship, but they're choosing to throw it away. And as hard as it is, you need to realize that you deserve better.
Why men care about a woman's body count. 1. Sexual jealousy. A few of the men I asked felt they judged a woman on her body count because of sexual jealousy. It's difficult to love a woman as your wife if you know there are 50 guys still walking this planet who've had sex with her. One man in his mid-20s said. Another man in his 40s said, I don't like the idea of going out together and constantly bumping into her ex-partners, probably because it's human nature to compare, and the idea of someone else being intimate with a loved one is awful. Interestingly, both of these men had some of the highest body counts of the men I spoke to. One claimed he'd slept with around 50 women, whereas the other claimed 80 or more. Not only that, both of these men said that a woman's body count only matters if they were in a relationship with her. If they're having casual sex with a woman, they don't care about her body count. One even claimed that sex is much better with women who have a higher number of sexual partners. It seems that despite many men believing a high body count degrades a woman, they will still take part in the degrading. These kinds of men perhaps lack integrity, although one did admit he feels conflicted when engaging in hookup culture due to his views. Ultimately, he revealed he lacks the self-discipline to completely withdraw from casual sex when single. This is modern women showcasing a high level of hypocrisy. At least those two men are honest. A woman with tons of bodies will be great in the bedroom because she's done all of that before, but she'll no longer qualify as a good marriage prospect. Nothing personal, just common sense. While some women may criticize men for their lack of sexual discipline or promiscuity, they do not apply the same judgment to their own behavior or the behaviors of other women. That inconsistency suggests a hypocritical mindset within certain individuals and society as a whole. There's obviously a double standard regarding sexual discipline. Some women may blame men for their supposed lack of sexual discipline, claiming that promiscuity reflects negatively on a man's character and may affect their ability to form meaningful relationships. However, it's revealed that some of these women and society in general might be more lenient towards women who exhibit the same lack of sexual discipline. When women insult each other, guess what name they use? Hoe, slut, and similar terms. Deep down, women know that being promiscuous is a huge problem. Men are often stigmatized and shamed for engaging in casual or promiscuous sexual behavior. The passage exemplifies how some men are judged based on their body count and are seen as less suitable for long-term relationships due to their sexual history. This kind of criticism implies that men should exercise more sexual discipline and restraint, but it looks like it's okay for women to have the same lack of sexual discipline under the paradigm of getting to know themselves more. In contrast, women might not receive the same level of criticism for similar sexual behavior. Some women may freely explore their sexuality, engage in casual sex, or have multiple sexual partners without facing the same social consequences or judgment that men do. In some cases, society may even celebrate women's sexual liberation or view it as a form of empowerment, while simultaneously condemning men for similar behavior. What a clown world. This shows that the social engineering pushed by female artists like Cardi B is a success, making women think that being a hoe is great, and still lots of men will be willing to give her a chance.
Most teenagers start off with marijuana, then they decide to see if heroin has any kick. It does.
When does a girl become a hoe?
A A girl becomes a hoe when she has to start lying about how many people she slept with. Automatically you're a hoe then. Because from the moment you start lying, you're not even being true to yourself. So that's when it starts. So the moment you have to start lying to yourself and lying to other people, you're a hoe.
So if she is honest and says 50, she's not a hoe?
Oh no, she's still a hoe. But she's just an honest hoe.
2. Female sexuality is worth more than a man's. This was an uncommon answer among the men I asked, but it's a view regularly shared on Twitter. One of the men in his mid-20s said, "Female sexuality is generally more valuable than male sexuality because it's harder to obtain. So, if a man sees a woman degrading her own sexuality by making it easier to obtain, that lessens her value." 3. Comparison to previous partners. 2 of the men I asked cared about a woman's body count because of comparison. The implication was that if a woman has dated high-value men in the past, the men worry that she may be less satisfied with them in comparison. One guy in his late 20s described it with this hypothetical situation. Say she dated Chris Hemsworth and slept with him, and then she dated and slept with another guy similar to Chris Hemsworth. Then she meets me, size. Obviously, I ain't gonna be lasting long, am I? If a woman has dated a particularly high-value man, she may be less satisfied with them in comparison. Comparison to previous partners is a common aspect of relationships. Men compare themselves to their girlfriend's exes, and women do the same. So it's no surprise that a man may be fearful that they won't be able to compete with a woman's past sexual partners. In fact, this occurrence is in line with Darwin's theory of sexual selection, wherein success in competitive situations with other men essentially allowed our male ancestors to overcome their reproductive rivals and attract more mates. You see, a significant number of men express concerns about being compared to a woman's previous sexual partners. For some, the fear of not measuring up to a perceived high-value partner from her past might create feelings of insecurity or inadequacy. They worry that they won't be able to satisfy or fulfill the expectations set by someone she has been with before. This concern is not uncommon and is rooted in a desire for assurance and validation in a romantic relationship. Men, like women, seek emotional connection and a sense of being valued by their partners. The idea of not being able to match up to the experiences or qualities of previous partners can be intimidating and may lead to doubts about their desirability in the relationship.
For a man to have sex with a lot of girls, he has to put in work. You don't have to put in work, you just get fucked.
It's easy for you to get girls. You don't have to put a lot of work. Maybe you got money, you have a YouTube channel.
That takes work. Hold on, what does it take to get money?
There's some girls who are just interested in money.
No, what does it take to get money?
Work.
Oh.
Well, yeah, but...
Men have to earn their hoe phase through work, but women just get tons of dudes willing to bang them. That's the main difference and the reason why men don't want to marry women with a past. All in all, a woman who's been through a hoe phase will not be suitable as future wifey or mother of your kids. She'll face severe implications for being a hoe, as most men will not want her. Sympathy for these types of women? None. Stay strong, guys. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.